As I take my dish up to the judges, I'm a little bit disappointed with the presentation.
Are you confident this dish is good enough to take you to the next challenge?
I know it won't be as good as Damien usually plates it up, but I've tasted everything again and the flavours are really good.
Thank you.
Cheers, thanks. I'm just really happy that it's all in the plate and I'm hoping that the flavour's going to work.
I think she's cooked the bugs well. I think that it's well seasoned. Everything tastes exactly how it should. I think she's done a really, really good job.
I really like this. It's fresh, it's crunchy. I can get that crunch of the onion.
I think she may have slightly overcooked and maybe boiled the water too hard when she was cooking the bugs. So, but it is very, very tender and they are delicious.
My God, those bugs are good. I love them.
They're tasty, yep, definitely.
Looking at the other three dishes, they all looked amazing. They all look like Damien's dishes, so this is going to be really hard.
How was your day?
Oh, it was a pretty intense day today out there in the old elements, but I think I did pretty well. I know it's going to be close. I absolutely know it's going to be close.
Well, what do you think, guys?
The fact that she couldn't find the baby shiso and she substituted it with some snow pea tendrils, I thought was pretty clever, which is what I'd probably do in the kitchen.
Presentation's good, flavour's really nice, and the kangaroo's delicious, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think she's really learnt the art of keeping the kangaroo tender.
I'll tell you what, guys, you know, we're seeing some pretty amazing dishes here.
So far, so good, no?
Yeah.
The end result, I was pretty happy with it. Pretty much everything on that dish was a first time for me. What I've got is a wallaby tartare, quail's eggs and mountain pepper crostinis.
Wallaby, here we come.
What do you think, Damien?
Probably the only thing the tartare really needs is just a little bit more salt. But apart from that, I think he's done a really good job.
I don't know whether he's dressed the whole tartare just a little bit early.
I agree. All the bits in it have started to cook the tartare, as in cure it.
Felt really good taking my dish up to the judges, you know, like I was proud of what I'd done. I can't believe that I filleted the fish, and I felt that it looked pretty much identical.
She's done a great job at filleting the fish. She's kept it all nice and even.
For someone who's never done that, it's amazing.
Absolutely. Cooking of it's pretty good. The only thing I would say would probably be the cucumber was a little bit fatter than julienne should be.
That thing in the pantry that she needs to get is the salt, because I want more salt on that fish.
To me, it's lacking a little bit of that sort of saucy...
A little bit of oomph.
It is a little bit rough around the edges in parts, but on the whole, it's a great replica.
What's really impressed me about today is this group of contestants have come to Australia. They've never seen any of these ingredients before. They've taken it by the horns and really done a fantastic job with it.
I feel like a proud dad.
Well, there we have it, guys. What a day. It's been really, really tough. And we've reached our verdicts. We've tasted your dishes. Nadia, Jax, step forward. Jax, you did a great job of replicating Damien's dish. It looked and tasted like the real thing.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Nadia, the bugs were cooked a little bit quickly, too fast, the water boiling, perhaps. But the salsa, the aioli, the seasoning was outstanding. The bisque flavour was fantastic. So really, really well done.
Thanks, Damien.
So, Jax and Nadia, your two dishes were the top dishes of the day. Well done.
Bravo. All right.
Couldn't have come at a better time, really. Really happy.
Stu and Tracy Lee, if you'd like to step forward, please.
It's an awful feeling to think that you're in the bottom two. And I was trying to think what I'd done wrong.
Stu, those eggs were perfect. The mountain pepper grissini is just a little bit fat for me. Tracy Lee, if you've never filleted a fish before, then you need to start filleting more because you're exceptional at it. Just a bit more refinement with your knife skills when it comes to julienne, the cucumbers and things like that. Apart from that, they both look stellar.
Stu and Tracy Lee, just a fraction more salt. And we're at that end where seasoning has to be perfect.
They were really nitpicking at the smallest things. But to be in the bottom two, it's tough. I don't want to go home.
The good news is you'll both get another chance to prove yourselves. So you both live to see another day.
I'm so relieved when they tell us that they're not sending anyone home.
I've just got to pick myself up. I've done it before.
Tomorrow morning, you're meeting me in May's restaurant, my kitchen.
Awesome.
And I've got a challenge for you that's going to test your creative juices and your individual ability. So go home, sleep well, enjoy your night in Melbourne.
Thanks.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Going into the next challenge, I'm all guns blazing, full steam ahead. It's bring it on.
Here I am walking into May's, cooking in Josh's kitchen. It's a massive, massive challenge.
Welcome to May's restaurant at Crown Metropole. I opened this restaurant for Gordon Ramsay just over a year ago, and we've been packed ever since. And today is your chance to cook in my kitchen. So let's get on with it. We're focusing on a very popular Australian species, and here it is.
Josh presents us with the biggest fish I've ever seen.
I feel like I'm standing in front of Moby Dick.
Red Emperor fish is the premium fish in Australia. Your challenge today is to take the whole Red Emperor fish and prepare 3 different dishes using 3 different cooking techniques.
3 dishes in a kitchen I've never worked in before.
You can choose any of the ingredients from the extensive range we have straight out of my fridge. Combined with yesterday's result, this challenge will determine which 3 of you go through to the semi-final and which one of you will be going home. Tracy Lee, Stu, you have both got some ground to make up from yesterday.
To get back in that top tier, I'm going to have to work really, really hard. Yeah, it's going to be brutal out there.
You've got 90 minutes to create the 3 dishes, and your time starts now.
Panic just flows through me. 90 minutes. I have to fillet this fish. The fish is bigger than my house. Oh, gosh.
So, what are we doing?
I'm doing a pomegranate ceviche, and then I'm going to poach a fillet in some coconut cream with some vegetables, and then I'm going to pan fry a piece, and then I'm going to do a warm pickle salad.
3 elegant, beautiful dishes is what I want.
Yes, chef.
This is gorgeous. This fish looks very similar to a snapper, so I'm going to treat it like a snapper. I'm going to do a ceviche, which will be cool and creamy, and then with that will be a very crispy skin snapper with like a tropical Asian salsa. For the second dish, I'm going to stuff the skin underneath with a fish mousse and steam it. And the third one, I think I'm going to do a fish consommé, some fish meatballs and lemongrass and ginger and those kind of flavours. As long as I can get this fish fillet off.
I'm going to do like a fennel, butter and vinaigrette sort of salad. Might do a crumb on one and then pan sear one. I'm not too sure if it's a flaky fish or what the characteristics of the fish are, so just take my time with it.
I suggest you try and make a better job of your second half of your fish than you did with the first, mate.
Yes, chef. It's that added pressure of Josh looking over your shoulder. It had to be absolutely precise.
Maybe just do what I did yesterday. This is the second time I've filleted a fish in my life. Oh, man.
Tracy Lee.
Yes.
My God. I'd expect a little bit more from you, girl, after that Murray River cod yesterday. I mean, you've left a lot on the bone there. That's not a great effort. Tell me what dishes you're going to create.
I'm going to do pan-fried crispy skin on a breaded eggplant. The next one I'm going to do is a Asian crust and then poached. And then I was thinking about doing like a beer batter on a slaw with a sauce corbiche.
Fish and chips?
Not
Red
quite.
Emperor fish and chips? $180 worth of fish and chips?
The look that Josh gives me, I'm like, Maybe not, I might rethink. So I might change it to perhaps like a carpaccio.
This is a fish mousse, but I'm going to attempt to slip under the skin of one of these fillets. Josh wanted creativity, so that's what I'm trying to give.
Just making a Asian soy kind of glaze to go on my fish. That's quite a thick syrup. I'm going to have some soy sauce in there as well. Fish doesn't take too long to cook, but it's getting everything else ready to make it that special dish.
I've never cooked this fish before. It's quite a hard fish, so I'm just hoping that I'm going to cook it well. I don't want to overcook it, of course. I poached my fish and then I finished it off in the oven. And then I took my vegetables and I pan-fried them. I added some curry powder to give it a creamy curry consistency.
Remember, guys, this is a Gordon Ramsay restaurant. If I was to tell you Gordon Ramsay was about to turn up for lunch today, would you still be happy with the dishes you're about to serve?
I almost stopped breathing.
Yes, chef. Yes, chef. I'm terrified about the prospect of Gordon Ramsay walking in. Like, it literally terrifies me to the core of my being.